Welcome to a lovely late IHP show with your very own 5D mystic. Let us chit chat a little bit about alchemy, twin flames actually, and our lovely divine feminine. And the divine feminine is the one out of the oversoul of their own who will know if they have a divine masculine or masculines. And FYI, the 5D Ascension person is not going to be going through any type of saga or drama, because, they own this thing called the left and right mode of their brain. So that means they have the securely attached, inclined body. Okay, so they won't be following the bandwagon, what Cuscos do, right? High schoolers, anyone meet people who want to be popular or stuff like that. So that's called low self-esteem. It means you don't have your own sense of self, identity. So who was a teenager and knew who they were? I have a name. Anyone know how to not follow the crowd that would do stupid things? Anyone? Raise your hand. Anyone get taught how to be smart as a teenager? Raise your hand again. Okay, so on that note, adolescent is when you get your first choice point. Here's what a divine feminine has to share with you. It's not hard to know what to do. I chose based on what I got taught with not only the household environment, teachers, Jesus, God, and then I didn't become this person who said, oh no, tarot, it's a devil. Oh no, Reiki, it's a devil. Oh my gosh, they must be right, these ancient people from somewhere. So when you get educated, this is the other part, you don't fall for any of what are people who speak to you from their mouths, but you're like, wait, it is the year 2024, science does exist and doesn't deny spirituality. You actively can't deny something that you can't, if you're not a spirituality mystic, you don't experience it. Which is why anytime somebody says you're woo-woo, yeah, I know I'm woo-woo because I know what science is. So I get to say, oh, look, I got two best ends of the both worlds. I know what sciences mean like a smart person. I know what spirituality means like depends. If you're a smart person, then you're going to know, wow, she has double the trouble. Nope, double the fun. It's called bliss, which is why we feel bad. Divine feminines for the divine masculines, all of them. Anyone who's on else's journey is an actual divine masculine to me because they don't have their inner child in the forefront. They don't learn how to use your human name, thank you very much. So when you hear Sadhguru, his quotes, let me translate it to you, spiritual self-help lady right here. It's called Be Yourself with Restorative Embodiment, Self-Aware, Accountable, Regulating. I learn all about it still from my lovely attachment trauma educational people. They're good experts, and I learn because I like to not be stupid. And I'm okay with sounding stupid too. I know that I only sound stupid to people who can't hear me, by the way, because that means it's a Cuscoan sound. The only ones who don't actively listen, it's called mindful listening. I just found out that there's mindful listening and mindful talking. It's called, oh, look, Maria can be self-aware of herself and accountable with her moods. Oh, and I can regulate my nervous system with panic attacks. Did I do something special? No, I don't think I did. Actively, I don't think I did. But apparently it seems really hard for people to be happy in their body and to handle any of those other emotions. So besides happiness, we have disgust and fear and anger and what was it? Wait for it. Surprise, that one. And sadness. Oh yes, that one. So people who get in the fetal position apparently think that that's horrible. And I'm not talking about the ones who could make use of good childhood trauma. I feel bad for anyone who has cultural, transgenerational trauma that they have not yet processed within their own left mode and right mode actively, and that they think yoga brings demons out of you versus get taught about how there is trauma charges in your, bones, muscles, tissues. But oh wait, let's not believe the experts. Let's believe the moon is not real and the earth is flat, and how many different ways can I share with you all what is actively for anyone who's true spirituality, something called, we're not going to try and dismantle reality. Why would we do that? We already have enough confused people. We want to try and get them on a path towards the living, which is your restorative embodiment, self-aware life. Here at IHP at least, that's called true love, true bliss. So our twin flame or flames, sure, it's beautiful. You know what happens when a person's not the divine feminine of their own? Yeah, they're not an inner child adult. So love, true love, is actively constant, not any of what you see in drama land. Those are called teenagers who like to be popular, and then they don't even know about good therapy. One, getting to Terry Real, Patrick Tiahan, and then coming around to talk to us about love. The healthy self-worth people who know that love isn't that you feel shame, disgust, contempt. That actively means you need a good therapist, man. however old you may be. Fact that you don't know how to enjoy bliss within your body, it's a sad story. And I don't even need to bring in Lucifer, not to mention when I just found out recently that they call New Age Luciferian, that's really sad, like completely sad, but it makes sense because, you know, they have clairs, but they didn't do this thing that Patrick McNamara explains. They didn't expand more of their consciousness. So the decentralization of the self got lost and they just keep the same story. So for my brain, Fibonacci brain it is, I can hear when they're just using what was taught to me in catechism. I never realized that people didn't realize we moved forward in time. And that's why to those of true faith, we ask people we trust, hey, how do you see our herd? You know, with the mystics and spirituality all coming together, the ones who know of Jesus and his love, and the ones of us who know about the sphere of Akash, because I love Sadhguru, he's bringing it all together. So that's where our 5D collective, all of it is together. Snakes aren't bad. We don't do the Lucifer name calling. So any 5D ascended human being, divine masculine or feminine, is not going to be calling people names. Polyamory, monoamory, we actively enjoy each other. Okay, so this is what smart people do. Grown-ups, anything else is a chip on a shoulder, which is a Cusco in the book of a divine feminine. Means you don't know your inner child. Adult yet, you don't know healthy self-worth. You don't even know how to have a conversation that will be intellectually or emotionally stimulating to a person like me. I'm just going to know I got Cusco. I'm going to turn around. No, I'm going to keep talking to you. You won't notice because your ears actively can't hear and your eyes can't see because you're the one with trauma charges. So here's why spiritual self-help, it helps people who want to move more into becoming the depths of their self. So a twin flame or twin flames, it's not going to amount to anything. If the human beings who are those twin flames, yeah. So as I was saying, we feel bad for the divine masculines. Who's we? A divine feminine, because you know what they miss out on? Well, it doesn't matter because they don't know until they actively own their divine feminine, which means that they get healthy self-worth, which means they accept themselves. And that means that they know that they're deserving of healthy self-worth, loving partners and people that treat them like a person versus like a soldier or a good boy, good girl. Make sure to be kept. You need meaning in life? Come on, let me give you meaning. And I know some people really have a hard time with that. It's called human secondary consciousness. I knew about it since I was growing up when I'd wake up from my sleep and I'd cry. And then I got taught by Marcus Aurelius how not to worry about something. And then I kept growing up. And then I met Shiva with Sadhguru. And now I know, wow, it's just me, human being Maria, here being okay with the fact that I don't actively like that I will die without knowing it. And I'm a mystic, which is also why as a divine feminine, I know the gifts that I get given all the time. I know my future husband. There's a reason why I was like, yes. It took me a while before I was like, you know what? This is really something beautiful. So when we look to the past, any divine feminine, we don't talk about our dark night of the soul or ego death in this excruciating way that I see all these other people with mantles. But I recognize it's because they don't actively overflow in their humanity. See, they don't have the restorative embodiment, self-aware, accountable, regulating brain. So they didn't do integration as they began to have clairs. They just said, oh, I'm special because I have clairs. And then they went on this journey. We're all special and love. It's a constant. In fact, you will know of bliss when you do understand how love is not a fleeting moment, how it is expanding within you when you are Purusha, pure consciousness. It's unconditional love, and you get to grow more and more and more. The only person who actively knows what this is Sadhguru out of the people that I know from my mystics, because the ones who talk about it in different ways, like the flatliners, I'm like, what the hell happened to them? They don't know anything about enlightenment. The Zen master tells you got laundry. I mean, he could do some more mindfulness, mindsight, and mindset, everything, but he's still not dealing with that secondary consciousness. So bliss, it's something that you can savor if you take the emotional plane and the mental plane. Then when we get to share with other expanding pieces of consciousness, divine masculines, divine feminines, it's really... Yes, so you want to ask me about pure bliss and about oversoul? It's not only the twin flame thing, because again, twin flames, they're a person. If they don't know how to maintain their divine feminine, it's going to be, and that's it. And that's something unfortunate for them, not us. Our body is always in enlightenment vibration. The divine feminines that are 5D ascending. So come on, join us, spiritual self-help. It's for people who want to do emotions for real and, oh, yes, have also the capacity to grow loving intellectually and emotionally stimulating relationships, like real ones, you know what I mean? Like grown-ups. Tune in.